In this lesson, we'll explain each stage of the hero's journey based on Christopher Vogler's 12-stage structure, using the example of Cinderella. We'll also end with a lesson challenge to test your knowledge. Before we begin, here is a brief overview of the hero's journey structure. The hero's journey, also known as the monomyth, is a structure used in many stories. The idea behind it is that the main character, or the hero, undergoes a journey that leads them to find their true selves. This journey is often represented in a series of stages. Over the years, there have been many versions and adaptations of the hero's journey model. Most of these adaptations are based on the very first version of the hero's journey model, which was created by American writer Joseph Campbell in 1949. Based on his research, Joseph Campbell believed that almost every literary hero goes through 17 steps to become a hero. Today, the most popular model used by writers is Christopher Vogler's 12-stage hero's journey, and this is the structure we will use in this lesson. Please see the link in the video description below if you are interested in learning more about the other hero's journey models. Without further ado, let's begin with stage 1 of the hero's journey, the ordinary world. Here, your main character starts off in an ordinary world. He or she is just like every other person in their environment, doing things that are normal for them and experiencing the same struggles and challenges as everyone else. In this stage, the hero or main character may feel confused, stuck, or hopeless. For example, when Cinderella's father passes away, she finds herself stuck doing chores and taking orders from her stepsisters and stepmother. She dreams of a better life, but is not sure how to get it. Stage 2 is the call of adventure. The main character gets a glimmer of hope or discovers an opportunity to find a way out of their current situation. This could be in the form of an encounter with a stranger or someone they know who encourages them to take a leap of faith. For example, in Cinderella, a royal invitation to the ball arrives, offering a rare opportunity to escape her daily struggles and potentially meet the prince. Cinderella is filled with excitement at the chance to attend, seeing it as a glimpse of a better life. Stage 3 is the refusal of the call. At first, the main character will be hesitant. They feel safe in the ordinary world and fear the dangers of leaving it. The main character will have many personal doubts and even lack confidence in themselves and their own skills or abilities at this point. For example, in the story of Cinderella, Cinderella shows excellent courage by wanting to go to the ball. However, her stepmother and stepsisters refuse the call for Cinderella by destroying her dress and making her do more chores. Stage 4 is meeting the mentor. The main character meets or speaks to someone wise, which gives them the much-needed push towards the journey ahead. The mentor is highly skilled and well-versed in the knowledge that the hero needs for their journey. For example, in Cinderella, the fairy godmother is Cinderella's mentor. When Cinderella meets the fairy godmother in the garden, she equips Cinderella with everything she needs for the royal ball, including a new dress, glass slippers, and a carriage. Stage 5 is crossing the threshold. The main character has left the ordinary world and has gone forth into a new unfamiliar world. This stage normally involves the hero learning a new skill or experiencing a change in appearance. Visually, the reader can see a clear change as the main character embarks on their journey. For example, in Cinderella, Cinderella is transformed into an elegant young lady as she hops into the pumpkin carriage and heads towards the royal ball. Stage 6 is called tests, allies, and enemies. Here, the main character meets a range of other characters. Some of these characters are allies of the hero, people who will help them, while others may be enemies, characters that try to stop the hero from continuing in their journey. During this stage, the hero will be tested several times to determine if they have the strength and courage to carry on in their journey. In the example of Cinderella, Cinderella meets the prince at the royal ball. She also notices her stepmother and stepsisters with jealous looks on their faces. Regardless, Cinderella dances with the prince all night long. Stage 7 is the approach. The main character has reached the final destination on their journey. In most cases, this is a physical location, like a cave or the top of a mountain. Sometimes it can be a metaphorical or emotional destination, where your main character has a huge choice to make in the story. Either way, this stage involves the main character facing their greatest fears and learning to control them. In the example of Cinderella, as midnight approaches, Cinderella realizes that her time at the ball is nearly over and faces the painful choice of either leaving or risking exposure. She decides to flee, knowing she can't remain in her enchanted disguise forever. Stage 8 is the ordeal. This is the moment when the main character goes head-to-head with their greatest enemy or their greatest fear. In other words, this is the climax of the story, and normally could involve a physical battle or an emotional challenge of some sort. During this stage, the hero's allies or mentor may come in for additional support. In the example of Cinderella, Prince Charming looks all over the kingdom for the mysterious girl he met at the royal ball. At this point, Cinderella faces her greatest enemy, her stepmother, who locks her in the attic to prevent her from trying on the glass slipper and finding happiness with the prince. With the help of her animal allies, she overcomes her greatest fear, being trapped and unseen, and escapes to meet the prince's men. Stage 9 is the reward. After the hero has defeated their greatest enemy or overcome their greatest fear, they will receive a reward. This reward could be an object, a new relationship, or even a new piece of knowledge. The reward, which typically comes as a result of the hero's perseverance and hard work, signifies the end of their journey. In the story of Cinderella, Cinderella is reunited with the prince, who recognizes her as the mysterious woman he fell in love with at the ball. She receives the love and acceptance she's longed for, gaining a chance at a life of joy and freedom. Stage 10 is called the roadblock. The journey is now complete, and the hero is now heading back home. During this stage, the hero reflects on the lessons learned. They might even feel regret about some of the decisions made in their journey, and also feel apprehensive about returning back to the ordinary world. In this step, it is also common for the hero to run into previous enemies or challenges they believed they had overcome. In the story of Cinderella, although Cinderella is thrilled to begin a new life, she feels hesitant about leaving behind everything she's known, even her painful past. She briefly wonders if she's truly ready to become a princess and take on her new role. Stage 11 is the resurrection. The hero has one final battle to face. At this stage, the hero might have to fight to the death against a much more powerful foe. This stage is normally symbolized by the hero rising from a dark place and fighting back, hence the name Resurrection. This dark place could again be a physical location, such as a dark cave. It might even be a dark, mental state, such as depression. As the hero rises again, they might change physically or even experience an emotional transformation. For example, in Cinderella, Cinderella's stepmother attempts to stop Cinderella from leaving the house and marrying the prince. Cinderella, now empowered by her newfound confidence, stands up to her stepmother. In this final moment of defiance, she not only rejects the control and abuse she suffered, but also fully embraces her identity as a strong, deserving woman, ready to claim her future with the prince. The final stage is stage 12, Return with the Elixir. This marks the end of the story, as the hero arrives home back in the ordinary world, where it all began. During this stage, the hero might share some of their knowledge with others, offer an object of great value, or help change their local community for the better. In all cases, the hero returns changed and often wiser. For example, in the story of Cinderella, Cinderella and Prince Charming live happily ever after. She then uses her new role as a princess to punish her stepmother and stepsisters and to revitalize the kingdom just like her father would have done. That's it. Now you know the 12 stages of the hero's journey. You may have noticed that in some examples, the hero's journey is illustrated as a circle. This symbolizes that the main character of your story starts and ends their journey in the same place or location. The biggest difference is that when the main character returns, they are now wiser, stronger, and have many more friends or allies. It also means that the same character can experience the hero's journey again and again, each time getting more powerful. Now it's time for this lesson's challenge. Pick your favorite book or movie and try mapping the 12 stages of the hero's journey against the main character from that story. For more information about the hero's journey stages and some free templates, please see the link in the video description below. That's all from us today. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more lessons and ideas. See you next time.